much we weren't getting the attention that we really felt we deserved and needed at the time, and we fulfilled our contract with Geffen and Universal, and it was kind of like a mutual. They were done with rock and roll, and we were done with being on the label. You know, and it's a trip, man. If you look right now, it's like mass exodus of all bands: AFI, Weezer, Nine Inch Nails, Marilyn Manson, Papa Roach. Like all the rock acts just were like, cool. We had it, you know. Thanks, but we gotta go. 11/7 is a rock label, and we are a rock band, so it's great. And it was cool, man. I remember our first creative call for the release of Time for Annihilation. I remember we got on the phone and we were like on one call with everybody on it going, okay, cool, this is the artist we want to work with, this is the producer we want to work with, this is who we want to mix the record, this is the art direction that we want to do. We came up with a concept for the cover. We decided who we wanted to direct the music videos, and this all happened on one conversation. Then it was like, all right, cool, ready, set, bam, let's make it happen. And we did it, man, and we're really proud of the release. It's a little bit of a different type of release. It's got old school classics live, and then 5 brand new songs. So it's like an EP plus a live record put together. Pretty much it's time for us to release a live record. You know, I think it's a cool way to kind of look back at the past. I think it's a cool way to connect the past to the present without just re-releasing the old songs. And I think our live show is banging, and I think that this live record will inspire fans to want to come see us live if they haven't seen us live. You know, for the new fans that are picking it up because they heard Kick in the Teeth or, you know, Burn or whatnot. And I don't know, I'm really proud of it. I think it's a cool way to connect the past to the present, and then which will lead us up to our next release, which will be a full length proper record. We released a Papa Roach acoustic EP called Naked and Fearless. It's on iTunes right now. It's got a couple of the songs off Metamorphosis as well as some other songs. And you know, I don't know about like the full length, you know, acoustic album, but we are going to do an acoustic set in I think Riverside, California for a Christmas show. And so that'll be like the second or third time we've done like live acoustic. And so we're just kind of testing it out, seeing how it goes. Oh man, not hard at all. We listen to a lot of different types of music, you know, and it's always changing. You know, we went from listening to 90s music, you know, 80s music when we were real young, and then, you know, kind of dipping into the classics, you know, like Led Zeppelin and The Who and Queen and, you know, stuff like that, Pink Floyd as well. And then really discovering the roots of rock music, and now like we find ourselves, we're listening to like a lot of different stuff from like Bass Nectar to like hip-hop music again, which is cool. I'm like kind of stoked on some hip-hop again, as well as like The Prodigy, you know, a lot of Nine Inch Nails, so kind of a little bit more like, I don't know, electro clash tinged music is what I've been tripping on lately. You know, right now it's really apparent. We're like, all right, let's play the hits and the cult classics mixed with all the brand new stuff. The brand new stuff is really important for us to play live because it, you know, it gives us something fresh to latch onto, and also our fans, you know, something different, fresh to latch onto. So it's not that hard. It's pretty apparent what we want to play. Nah, man, I think it's always about just going forward, you know. I mean, we haven't come to a point in our career where we feel like we've really needed to look back all the way. You know, maybe sometime in the future, but not now. It's about progression right now. Pre-show ritual: 1 hour before stage time, we kick everybody out of the dressing room unless you're in the band, and then we start stretching out, warming up my vocal cords. I never really used to get into warming up my voice, and then lately, you know, I just had a little trouble with my voice at the beginning of touring on this record, and I'm like, all right, cool, I need to really start taking care of it. And so every day, warming up, stretching out, listen to heavy metal music, punk rock music, or, you know, crazy, insane, ill techno music, and just get hyped for the show, and then go to the stage and rip shit up. Nah. I don't think so. I think there'll be elements of it. The groove is, you know what I'm saying? I think there might be elements of it, but not the same sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're always involved in the groove. Groove is a big thing, especially on some of the new tracks that we got going. And I think that groove is always important to what we do. And I think that that's the most important thing about old school classic Papa Roach. I don't necessarily think it's the rap that's the most important, but just that really funky groove that can get people dancing and moving and moshing. And you know, it's funny, man, because I'll go back and I'll read like reviews of stuff, and kids are like, I wish they played their old stuff. It's like heavier. And I'm like, dude, we've written shit that's way heavier than fucking our first record, but it's just, for some people, they perceive our first record as a heavy album.
Yeah.
Which it's like, it's not really that heavy of a record. You know, I scream like a few times on it.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, we've written songs like, you know, Crash and Alive that are way more just like punching you in the face the whole time. But I don't know, people's perception. But, you know, also it's like, I think it would be like us taking a step back if we try to like revert to the old school and be old school.
Yeah.
Because it would just come off like we're trying too hard. You know, I don't want to like paint myself in a corner and just be a one-trick pony. You know, especially with Last Resort after having a classic, we're like, fuck, how do you top a classic? Like, either you just keep down that path or you progress. And we've always, since before the success of Last Resort, we always evolved our sound. I would say hearing our song on the radio for the first time, that was probably like it for me, you know, because it was like priceless. You know, I'm sitting in a van going to a show in the middle of Central California, and Last Resort popped on the radio, and I was like, oh my god, fucking, we did it, we made it, you know. So it's that was like one of the, I think that was it right there. For me, I just got 6 months sober again, so good so far so good. You know, and it's just something that I battle with all the time, and for me, it's it'll always be there. It's just that devil on my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? I'm a junkie. I'm a fucking drunk. I'm a madman when I do that shit. And so I just treat myself better when I'm sober, and my perspective on my life is way better when I'm sober. And the way that my appreciation towards the gift that we have with this music is pure. You know, so it's just, I'm just a better version of myself. I just got real far away from who I was.
Yeah.
You know, just looking in the mirror and you're like, you don't know who you're looking at. You know who you're looking at. You're looking at a fucking debilitated, broken version of yourself. And it's just, it gets old, you know. It really does. I'm an alcoholic, so, you know, it's like, it sucks, you know. But it's something, but then it's also great because it's also shown me like there's a better way to live for me personally. You know, like I don't push my sobriety on anybody in my band or anybody around me, or I don't ride a high horse because I think I'm, you know, better than anybody or anything like that. I'm just, I gotta do what's right for me, you know. Not fuck everybody else, but kind of fuck everybody else. I gotta do what's best for me, you know. Yeah. It was funny, I read some blog on a page and they were like, we like the fucked up Jacoby better than the sober Kobe. I'm like, yeah. That's what's smart. Have me over to your house, and then you'll fucking, yeah. Let me come stay with you for a week. then you'll change your mind real quick. So, sorry if I let you down. No, I love y'all. I appreciate you guys. You know, and to all the fans that are jumping on board now that, you know, maybe didn't know about Papa Roach, what's up? Welcome to the party. The old school fans that stuck around with us, thank you guys. And the fans that gave up on us, that's just fine, because there's a lot of other fans we can go rip up and be ours for the taking.